You don't get to joke. Not today. I just took a bullet for you.
Red Dreaded Entertainment, what is up? My name is Akasan. You're not Akasan. We're Akasan. I'm just kidding. Let's get into the news here. I'm gonna do this one fairly quickly here because there's a few things I want to cover, but I think I can trim it down to under 10 minutes. Let's start with first and foremost here in the news. Epic Stream reports a new petition is demanding that Rian Johnson, is his name Ryan or Rian, to admit that Star Wars The Last Jedi is awful. Really? Star Wars The Last Jedi has divided fans of the 40-year-old sci-fi franchise. Although the film was universally well received by critics, you know what? I'm not even gonna read this one. This is so fucking stupid. I'm not. Look. First, you had the petition to try to remove Star Wars from canon. That was dumb. Because let's put it this way. You guys, I'm talking about these people that hate The Last Jedi for whatever reason, the super fans or whatever. Okay, look, I can understand if you come at me with some actual factual information or just opinions of like, look, I didn't like the movie, I don't care for it. But that's just me. I can respect that. That's fine. Like DC Sun has many problems with The Last Jedi. I particularly loved it. But when you're just saying, no, this movie is wrong, remove it from canon, that basically means to me, that's saying that you were okay with the Phantom Menace and Jar Jar Binks and shit, and were okay with dealing with that kind of bullshit, and Ewoks. But somehow The Last Jedi surpassed all that just because your hero didn't end up the way you thought. Just because the movie didn't end up the way you wanted. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Guess what? I had to deal with that shit 2 years ago with BVS. Bullshit. Or as I like to call it, BS. Anyways. You know, and I even read that there was a fucking petition. Or no, someone out there recut The Last Jedi. This is true. Someone out there recut The Last Jedi down to 40 minutes, and it excluded all the women in the movie. Unbelievable. You know what? I want to watch the version of The Last Jedi that excludes and cuts out all these ass-hurt fans. These true fans. Let me watch that version. Yeah. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, The Dark Knight is returning to theaters for a 10th anniversary. This comes courtesy of MovieWeb. The Dark Knight, quite possibly the best comic book movie ever made. Possibly? Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, shit. I'm looking at my maths over there. Shit, it must be. It is. It is. Shit. Is turning 10 years old. To celebrate the occasion, a theater chain on the East Coast is holding special screenings of the movie. Batman is probably the most popular superhero on the planet, and that's why he's been the subject of many big and small screen adaptations, long before the MCU and long before comic book movies were ruling Hollywood. But The Dark Knight not only helped elevate comic book movies, it transcends the genre and is genuinely considered to be a great movie. That is exactly why it is one of the only comic book movies to be Academy Award winning. It's the only comic book movie to be Academy Award nominated for Best Picture. Shit. This is one of the only comic book movies, as far as I know, it's only the only comic book movie for a best supporting actor to win an Academy Award. Now, granted, Suicide Squad is the only Academy Award winning comic book movie to actually get an award. But anyways, Let's move on. Alright. A theater chain on the East Coast called Showcase Cinemas is getting in on the celebration next month by offering 10th anniversary screenings of The Dark Knight. I wonder if they're going to show it in IMAX, though. That's the only way. The only way. What? But next month. Huh? In February. That's a little too early. A little too early, but understandably, ain't no way. I would love for them, honestly, though, to re-release it. I would love... me and Armin from Comic Book Cast, we were joking about how that shit's probably, watch that shit make more money than Justice League, like the re-release. Watch it have a better opening weekend. I got jokes. Okay, I said I was gonna stop. Okay, let me keep it short. We got one more. This one comes from Techno Buffalo. And this movie will be Ben Affleck's last as Batman. Ben Affleck's forgettable turn. Damn, dude. Damn, who is this Techno Buffalo? Ben Affleck's forgettable turn as Batman is coming to an end. This much we know. Now we know exactly when it will happen. According to Batman on Film, Jed? I don't know if that's gonna be, I don't know how true that is. Affleck's final portrayal of the Caped Crusader will come in Suicide Squad 2, which reports suggest will begin filming this fall. God damn. With Gavin O'Connor, the accountant, set to direct. Okay. That means Affleck may not show up in the Flashpoint movie, which many expected to be a proper send-off for the character. If Suicide Squad 2 is indeed his last film as Batman, his superhero career could sputter out like it did with Daredevil. Damn! Techno Buffalo with the jabs. Which is disappointing, because Affleck's portrayal as Batman hasn't been awful, but he was always an odd choice, and after Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was critically and commercially panned, his involvement seemed in jeopardy. Adding drama to the narrative was the fact that Affleck bowed out of a solo film, which he was set to write, direct, and star. A solo Batman movie is still happening, but with a new actor reportedly in the role. Jake Gyllenhaal, right? To be fair, the entire future of the DCEU is in flux, according to a trio of poorly received films, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and Justice League. Who knows what the universe will look like in a few years' time. Whew. The DCEU is now under new leadership as Warner Brothers looks to finally right the ship which has lagged far behind the projects from Marvel Studios. Hopefully a brighter future is ahead. Just don't expect Affleck's Batman to be in it. Allow me to contain myself. Let's see. So, I'm gonna say, if he's in Suicide Squad 2, I think that's fine. Ironically, the only time I actually really enjoyed him as Batman was in Suicide Squad. I thought it was kind of ironic that the man whose parents were brutally murdered in an alley, he would jump a black family in an alley and beat the shit out of Will Smith. Like, try and beat the shit right in front of his daughter. Like, damn, dude. But, all that being said, I actually really liked that Batman, because we didn't see him so much. He was in and out, basically. He came down, did his little spooky shit. He even had the whole breathing utensil situation. He was interacting with Harley. Not really interacting so much with Joker, but they were saving it for something, I don't know. But I enjoyed that particular Batman. Justice League, I don't know what it was, but I really liked him as Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne in Justice League, but as Batman, I can't get with that piñata looking suit, man. Like, the armored one was a little bit better, I thought. If it would have been kind of cool though if they had gave him especially since he was fighting parademons, why did they keep on giving him goddamn guns? Like, all they had to do was just give him like the electric, like boxing glove, like shocker things from Justice League. Dude, that was dope. Batman was throwing hands, dude, and people like that. I don't exactly understand why they were so focused on him just shooting people all the time. Anyways, all that being said, if it happens, it happens. For me, if it happens, it happens. If he stays, it's fine. I prefer him not to be in the trilogy because I like Matthew Reeves, and I don't think judging from the kind of movie Reeves wants to make, the type of trilogy he wants to make, I don't think Ben Affleck's place is in that one. Someone once told me, a few people have once told me, and you know, I even saw this a while back when I saw that Doomsday trailer with Batman v Superman, was like, this Batman that Snyder created is an amalgam of Miller and sort of a Justice League type Batman. And at times, there is a Justice League Batman versus solo mystery goth creature of the night type Batman. They're almost at times two different type of people. Like this Batman is not gonna be in the Justice League, you know? Like the kind of Batman I like, the one that people fucking throw their crosses out and they're like, oh Jesus, and they piss themselves. Generally speaking, that's not gonna be a Justice League Batman. So you know, even for the longest time, believe it or not, I refused to watch Bruce Timm's Justice League. Even because Batman was in it, but I'm like, man, he's not in it enough like that. Believe it or not, I actually avoided it. I was like, nah, I want to see an all Batman story like that. And then later, way down the line, like when it was already Justice League Unlimited, and I saw how badass Batman was holding his own with everybody, and I was like it was a particular episode. One of the first Justice League episodes I watched was Justice League Unlimited, and it was where Clark was getting the shit beat out of him from Doomsday in this island, and Batman had to jump into the goddamn plane and outrun a warhead, and he took a bullet, and that dude was in this Justice League hospital and shit. He was like, you don't get to judge. You don't get to joke. I just took a bullet for you. And I was like, dude! And he's like, Clark was like, he was like, it's okay, Bruce. You know me. And Bruce was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, yo, dude! Anyways, my point is, it took me a long time to warm up to that particular Batman. But then finally I went back and I watched all of them. I'm like, dude, my boy Kevin Conroy did it right. Fucking get Kevin Conroy. Get Kevin Conroy in there and let him play Bruce Wayne at this point. Old decrepit ass. Like, have him play old man Bruce. I would love to see that. Anyways, guys, whatever happens with Batfleck, it happens. If he stays, I'll deal with it. If he's gone, I'll deal with that too, okay? Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. And we'll take it from there, okay? I'm out of here, guys. Peace.